let's do a media and energy read. And by media, I'm really only talking about Bezos Media and Murdoch's media. Now, Murdoch owns Fox, the Fox News channel. He owns a lot. Fox News channel. I think he owns, what's that? Not the Washington Post, the other one. I always forget what the other one's called. What's the other one's called? Washington Post. The other one that's leaking this news. Wall Street Journal. Thank you. Wall Street Journal. So yeah. So they have the Wall Street Journal that those two that they own. Bezos owns Washington Post, and then Murdoch owns, I think he owns the Wall Street Journal. And so those two are laying on the attack when it comes down to the Navy boat thing. So that's just really interesting. Hey, Candy. Candy, you just missed the reading we did. Oh my God. That reading was wild. It was so good. But it's going to be up on YouTube. You'll be able to see it because the YouTube is currently streaming now. And it was towards, I don't know, like 30 minutes in or something. All right, let's get to the media. I want to look at the media as far as Bezos and Murdoch. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, that flew out. The Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is usually about, it's so funny, I'm talking about two men here. Two very intelligent men, by the way. And swords are intelligence. So I'm talking about these two men, oh gosh, who have been keeping all information from us, right? But it says here, indecision, stalemate, avoiding confrontation, refusing to make decisions, inner turmoil. So I actually don't feel, oh. Interesting, because underlying here is the Six of Cups in reverse again, which is stagnation, emotional baggage, and inability to move on. So what are you saying? Because it doesn't feel like they're having a refusal to make decisions. It feels like they're making a decision. They're letting this information out. Oh, okay. So how much and how intense of information? Oh, Candy, you didn't know I had a dream, girl? Oh yeah, that's the dream we were talking about. We did a reading about the dream. The dream where I dreamt the dream. Where I dreamt that somebody, big dog, died, and we were trying to figure out which one was which. Well, the dream, the reading just explained it. The reading just explained it was 45. I can't call him 47. Look at that. It's new beginnings time as we talk about this dream. Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she said she got about 2:30 or something while she was just, when you're doing like mindless activities, your brain just be receiving messages, And so she said she was cutting celery and boom, got it. So my dream is the 45 is gone. Oh, Jesus. The goosies. Verification and validation. Goosies. Yeah, he's gone. I don't think he's still here. We'll put that for our next question in a little bit. The next question probably won't be on the YouTube channel simply because y'all can't see. I have my camera for the YouTube above you guys here on TikTok, so they're not going to be able to see Nick's. Look, this was our thing about him. So I think we're right. I think he's gone. I don't even know if I need to ask Nyx. This was his significator card in our reading. The 9 of... Why did you want me to see that? Knight of Swords is about fast action. Fast action, determination, decisiveness, assertiveness, and who else? You guys. I know you don't see this. Y'all saw them cards throw themselves out. I think this is about that. Okay. That makes a lot of decisions. I mean, a lot of sense. And notice they were all swords. It was the 2 of Swords, it's 9 of Swords, the Knight of Swords. And then it ends with the Devil. Yeah, so I think the media has decided to expose the devil. While also being the devil. All right, let's break it down even better. The media, Washington Post, and damn, I just figured it out again. I forgot. They are deliberately making sure that you see how terrible he looks, how terrible he acts. They're doing that on purpose because his health had quickly faded. And if my dream was correct, if y'all's intuition and the messages you received were correct, yesterday was his last day on Earth on this side. And I'm getting goosebumps again. I think he passed yesterday. But we won't know because they've been doing AI and other kind of trickery. The Emperor, this is his card. This is his significator. I think he passed. Y'all, I think he already passed yesterday. Okay, let's see. Media. Let's talk about Bezos and Murdoch's decision to paint this man in a weaker state. They're letting us see everything. So what's at the foundation of their actions? What are at the foundation of their actions? You know, Bezos used to be scared of him, so I know that there's something there. Listen. Let's see. Bezos and Murdoch. Who owns CNN? Oh my gosh. Y'all never guess what exposed themselves to me. Him again. The world says completion and strength. The strength card, the weakness. This tells a story. They are doing it because that man is gone. Gone. I don't know how much clearer this gets. He's gone. Now we have to see how they move. We have to see how they act. We have to see what else they're going to do. Because he's gone. This is crazy. Thank y'all for liking this video. Thank y'all for sharing this video. I really appreciate it. Like, I really do appreciate the energy that you share with me. All right. So again, oh shoot, I forgot. All 3 of those cards were at the foundation. I gotta put them back. They were at the foundation of the reading. Hold on. I'm like, that's what I was pulling out. A foundation card. Dang it. Dead and gone. Now you got the song in my head. Dead and gone. Gosh, dead and gone. So it was the devil. It was... oh my gosh, what was it? World card. What else was it? It was the devil, the world card, and the emperor? What else was it? You think they'll throw in the double for now? Oh, child. I don't have a moderator in here. I would really appreciate it if somebody could moderate, because I don't have time to do both. Okay. Do y'all remember what the other card was? It was the Emperor. It was the Devil, the World card. I can't remember. It's like, it's weird, because it's like while I'm reading, I can't remember what I read. Oh, Strength. There's Strength. The Strength in reverse and the World card. Okay, so that is the foundation of what they're doing. So we are right that they are doing this because he was coming to an end. He was weak. He was getting ready to die. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly why they're doing the media hits. I'm sorry, what did y'all say? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to ignore some stuff. Okay, thank you, Leah. I forgot that you had one. Okay. All right. Let's look at the challenge. So what has been the challenge to them then, if that's the foundation of where they are? Hello. I don't know if I can see chats on YouTube. I don't think I can. I don't know. How do you find those? If you're chatting on YouTube, I don't know how. Okay. So challenge. Ooh. What is the challenge to... What is the challenge to them releasing this information? What is the challenge to their intent of releasing the information? What's the challenge? What's the challenge? Okay. Another major arcana. The challenge to it is how quickly things are ending, how quickly this cycle is coming to a close. That's 4 straight major arcana, by the way, y'all. Wow. 4 straight. I've never had a reading that did that. Okay. So, and again, underlying energy for that is the greed of the merchants, the greed of the corporations. So this is part of the challenge as well, is, I guess, navigating the space of ensuring that these people don't take a hit while they are painting this guy as weak or what have you. So this has just been really interesting. Let's talk about what's in the past then. Why didn't they say anything in the past? So what's in the past? What's in the past with their media hit? We have the Knight of Pentacles and then the 10 of Cups. So this was in the past, preventing them from being able to, from choosing to show the truth about who this guy is. So the other thing too, as I split the deck when these cards came out, are 2 emotion cards. And so we also have here the Knight of Cups. They were emotionally manipulating us. And then also, this is interesting. It was just a decision they made. It was a decision they made to control what we see, to control how we feel, to control everything. They do own the media, and that's literally what it does. Okay, so what's their current energy now? Like, do they even know this man has passed? Like, what's their current energy? Oh, this spit itself out. Current energy is the truth. That's interesting. How much of the truth, though, are they going to show us? It's the Ace of Swords. So the current energy is the truth. I mean, they are showing us a little bit of the truth, but not all the truth. So are they stirring? Okay, I'm going to have to clarify that later, but not right now. Okay, you can't handle the truth. I don't know if they can, because then they're complicit. You know what I mean? If they finally start telling the truth in full honesty, then they're complicit, because it's like, if you knew this, why didn't you tell us earlier? You know what I mean? They're going to have to manipulate the truth, like the dates. You know, the thing isn't really what do you know? It's really, when did you know it, right? That's usually the thing that gets people tripped up, is when did you know it? When were you aware of this information? All right, so let's look then at what they're having to learn. Like, what has been, it's such a weird thing to say what they're learning. What has been, I don't want to say results, because that's going to be outcome. Maybe how have they been impacted, or possibly, it could possibly be about them being honest about why. I don't know. Let's see. What's the, I guess I can say, how have they been impacted, or AKA, what have they learned? How have they been impacted, or what have they learned? Or how will they be impacted? Shit, stop throwing things. Come on, respect my authority. I don't know. He has been threatening them, because remember, like, when Bezos started printing the tariffs are at the extra price, and he called him immediately. It was like, take that shit down. Like, what? Okay. How have they been impacted? How have they been impacted? What are they learning? How have they been impacted? Please don't throw cards. Just give me the card. How have they been? You know, y'all funny. All right. Let me try that again. You're losing my cards, man. Okay, we please just get one card. Please. Making sure that none of my other cards are in a crevice or something. Okay. Listen, they trying to spit everything out. I'm not trying to hear all that. Like, just give me one card at least that represents the majority of what you got to say. What is the one? What's something they're learning, or how have they been impacted? Have these media? Thank you. One card, pretty much. Thank you. Temperance in another major arcana. Temperance in reverse. Okay, we're going to get to that. And the Fool card underneath as energy, that they had been foolish. Interesting. But, so what's the outcome? What is going to be the outcome of what they're doing? Eight of Cups. People being able to walk away, to move on, to let go. Interesting. All right, let's look at this. Well, hold on. Let's get a clarifier for the temperance lesson. Can you give me the clarifier for how they're being impacted? How are they being impacted? Because I don't understand that part really for them. How are they being impacted? You know, Temperance did say from the 21st to the 20th of December, it was going to be some shit. Y'all remember how much we kept getting that Temperance card, right? Oh, look. A minor arcana death card again. Damn. Okay. So that's how does that clarify though, the temperance card? How does that clarify the temperance card? Don't regret the past, look around, new opportunities all around you. I guess, maybe. How does that clarify? Oh, that's what they about to learn, though. Ooh, okay. You gave a lot, y'all. The stuff they just threw over here in the learning area. All right, that's enough. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at the all right. Yeah, the card's got a lot to say. A lot to say. What'd you say? Start being honest about why? I don't know. We'll see. He's been threatening them and no one else can. They want to embarrass him even if it's moral. Yeah, but the thing is, they're going to have to be careful about the way they navigate that, right? Because again, they implicate themselves. Like, you're literally going to be letting people know that you stop the truth from coming out, you know? All those cards because so many people that want to do something to embarrass him. It's interesting. It would be ritual energy drawn when they embarrass him publicly from this. Oh, I don't know what all that is with them. I do not know. I'm not part of no secret society. I'm just the counterbalance to all of that. All right, so again, at the foundation, we have these 3 major arcana about the media companies that Bezos and Murdoch run. And so as we talked about, like what's at the foundation of them is the fact that they are doing these hits now. They're letting us see him now because he is weak. He is no longer the strong lion. He is being tamed by life. You know, he can't beat life. So he's at his end of life. The devil is at the end of life. Okay, so that's at the foundation of it. That's why they started doing it, is because of this. The challenge to this, though, has been that, you know, things are changing rapidly. So they've been having to come out hit after hit after hit after hit to try to make things happen. Like to try to, like I said before when we were reading on this, is to try to prepare people for what's happening. No, feel free to mute people because they needed to be muted. And then in the past, what was it about the past? The past is that it's not laziness, right? Okay, so in the upright, this is a knight, right? A knight that has pentacles. So a knight with money. They didn't have any real values, so I'm not going to use that as a values card. But in the past, you know, they were mercenaries. That's basically it. They were at his beck and call. They were working with or for him. So they had mercenary activity. By preventing us from knowing the truth, like, do y'all know what's really happening in this world? Do y'all know that there's a national security report that was just released that is very, very loving on the vodka country and very, very anti against our allies? Did y'all know that they're talking about and if you don't know that, understandable, because these people have been preventing us from having our information. We have been literally manipulated, right? So they were the mercenaries. And so in the upright part of this, why they were doing it, it was not from lack of ambition or progress. That's the part I'm trying to find the real word of what it is. No problem. I'm trying to say the real word of what this is, but he said they would use half the truth to separate themselves from it. Yeah, I can see that. I can believe that. I can definitely see or believe that. Uh it's I'm trying to put the word on it because, like I said, to me it's not laziness. To me, it's not procrastination. So it's not like those kind of personal faults. The reason why they didn't let us know this information um is like more sinister than this. It wasn't lack of ambition. Honestly, it just felt like lack of desire to. You know, like I don't want you to know he's weak. I'm out here trying to do what I'm trying to do. So I don't know what the appropriate word is for that, but I'm just going to go by lack of desire as opposed to lack of ambition. You know, like lack of desire. I don't care for you to know that. Um, but the other thing too, the reason why I feel like the celebration card here is in the past is because this man made them money. So he was good for their publications. It was so annoying to hear people say Biden is boring. You know, the news companies miss having something to talk about every day. Y'all, there's so much that happens every day that you get to be talking about. But no, you want to keep focusing on black boogeymen. You know, it's like eventually that story does get old. How about you say some good news for once? How about you say something that people want to find out? Like tell real stories instead of trying to scare people all the time. But anyway, so he was good for them. So when he won, they celebrated that shit. And they celebrated it. All we got to do is give him $1,000,000. Okay, cool. We'll just give him $1,000,000 for the inauguration, and then we'll be good. Except, except that loose cannon was, you know, that bull in the shop was hurting everybody. And so then now they're in the energy of truth, which is weird. But I do agree with you, Serafina, about them probably going with a half truth as opposed to a real truth. Because like I said, we're seeing him slurring. We're seeing him being forgetful. We're seeing him sleeping. And mind you, that's not even the real him. Okay, so these are AI hymns. And we're still getting to see that. And so that's why when I got that hit about they're showing you that because his health is declining rapidly, it just made so much sense. So now they had to show you partial truths, right? They did. They had to show you partial truth because he wasn't actually out of bed. You know, he wasn't actually out and about. That was an AI thing. So yeah, I'm not addicted to no crisis news. I'm addicted to good news. Like there's this dude on here. What's his name? Zach. Zach be over here taking people who's down on their luck or homeless or you know got children or their light bills getting cut off or whatever, and he and his community are giving these people like $5,000, $10,000. I'm addicted to that. If I want to cry, I'm gonna watch a Zach video and I will boo-hoo cry because I'm like, there's still good in the world, and that's the thing. What people don't understand is, okay, this is what people do, and I hate what they do. When there's good on the world, they be like, why are you showing this? Why are you recording this? Why are you posting this? We don't want to see this. People are down in their luck. You shouldn't be posting them. I get that on one hand, right? But they get permission to post these people, right? Because a lot of homeless people feel invisible. He helps them be seen. He even gives them hugs. And they hadn't taken a shower in a minute. Okay? They're being seen. They're being treated as a human. And then it's like, y'all ain't got problems with people popping balloons and shit. Like, oh, I don't like him because his eyes are too close. Pop. You love that news. You love to hear that this person's sleeping with this person, sleeping with this person. You love to hear about these unhealthy news. And then you go, there's no good in the world. There's nobody to be trusted. Well, you told the good people to be quiet. And you celebrate and amplify and share and repost the bad. Who's the problem? You know what I mean? Is it the good people or the bad people? Who's the problem? It's the consumer. So I consume good and I amplify the good. Like, I try to. And y'all need to make more effort too. And obviously I chastise some people because I just lost 15 people. Okay, so you're addicted to the drug they give you. Change your drug. Like, change your addiction. You know, be addicted to good, because in this dark world, we need to see more good. We need to have it amplified. And yes, it feels wrong to be showing that you do good things, but if you don't amplify the good, people will always think the world is bad. And there's just so much good out in this world, just so much. But anyway, so what are they learning? So we sat here in this temperance energy, and again, it feels like, honestly, it feels like some supernatural interference, some celestial / divine interference at work here for me anyway. Because the temperance feels like, all right, I'm finna snatch what's in your cup and pour it out a little bit. You know, like, I got to balance it a little bit. Y'all have too much. So that feels like that's happening. So what they have been impacted by is his extremism, his imbalance, his disharmony and excess, but also the administration, right? So now it's like, you were trying not to report on him, but now you got all these monkeys, you know, to be reporting on. You got the one who gets drunk. You got the one who buys planes that ain't got engines. You got the, like, you know, and now it's like, I can't report that. If you don't report it, that's affecting your news because you're not reliable anymore, right? But anyway, so to clarify on that though, is this, it's the death card, the minor arcana death card. So how are they being impacted? They spent so much time not telling the truth that now that he was facing death, or is now dead, because like I said, I don't think he's here. You gotta hurry up and help us get used to the idea of this guy not being here anymore, because he's gone, right? He's gone. And this is his card in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. He's gone. Or damn near gone, right? So it says control, rigidity, abuse of power. And they did learn basically that these people don't have any gonads. They don't. The only reason they're telling the truth now is because he can't hurt them. These men are the women they thought they, let me not say it. I want to say some really bad words, and I'm like, shut up, don't say that. I don't think they'll announce it, Annabelle. Like, I really don't. Because, like, I think it's going to sit on ice for a minute, you know? I don't know when we'll know. And I think that's the debate here. That's the inner turmoil here. Is, when can we say he's gone? And it's interesting, this came back up because this was in the energy before we got to reading with him. But he is again in bed. But it's also keeping them up. You think 3 days? I don't know. I feel they're going to wait a couple weeks. I'm feeling at least a couple weeks. At least a couple weeks. Because they would have to explain how he just suddenly died. But they just signed this guy out of prison, the Honduras guy. You know, like, they have some things in the works that I think is going to have to be complete before they do announce it. That could be true. That, or Jack's thing is expected on the 17th, his testimony, but it's closed testimony, so I don't know. And then something else is on the 19th, and then there's some celestial astrological thing on the 19th too, I think, that's supposed to be impactful. Is it the moon or something? That the new moon? I don't know. But here's the thing. I don't know if it's that they have to figure out how to emotionally manipulate us, which is what they're doing, by the way. As they're starting to let you see this man sleeping and all that kind of stuff, they are playing with your emotions. But, you know, like I said, they're debating when they will put that news out that he's gone. Yeah, they are going to. I literally think when I said put him on ice, I literally do think that's what they're going to do is leave him in the morgue or something. But the outcome is um, it's going to work. What they're doing, it is going to work. Like we got this card with his cards too, and that is that MAGA will be walking away. Like they'll understand he's gone. Um, so it will work. It will work. They're trying to pace it out of when they're going to let us know he's gone. But like I said, I just dreamt yesterday that he's gone, and several people have said they got the impression, the hit that he's gone. I think he's gone. And so the media has been trying to get us prepared for that for over the last couple of weeks. But I think he's done. So it just feels like it's a matter of when will they tell us. And I do think they actually will tell us before the 20th, looking at the Temperance card. Because remember, Temperance card is the one that we've been getting that has been telling all the secrets anyway. Remember, I was like, on the 21st, something's going to be happening because the Temperance card came out and told us that. And so the Temperance card has Sagittarius energy. So it's the 21st of November to the 20th of December. So I think this compacted time is probably by the 20th. We'll find out. So overall, what is the media doing? It's exactly what I said, is that they've been preparing us for his impending death.